Here. So today we are going to have a live chat or it's a live work on the dashboard which is on fleet management. So we will be working live on fleet management dashboard and this will be a very good session hopefully for you and this will be something like which you can create for your company. So something is very useful dashboard which we are going to work on today. It's a fleet management dashboard. So I will just directly go into the Power BI software. If you are aware that Power BI is a software which I'm going to use to build the dashboard. So let me share the screen also directly to you. Hopefully we're able to see the screen. So I have done some little work on this and I will be extending the rest of the work on the live platform now. So guys, I want to let you know that I'm using a Power BI dashboard, Power BI data visualization tool, which is used from Microsoft. This is being used heavily these days because a lot of companies have got the licenses on Microsoft Power BI, and it's not as costly as other tools. This actually cost for one license it costs around almost 1,000 rupees, between 840 to 1,000 rupees. If you're getting the Power BI dashboard and that is a pro version, it will cost you something like 720 plus taxes in Indian rupees, that is 849 rupees in Indian currency. You can convert that into dollars if you are from North India. And if you are waiting for going for a premium version of Microsoft Power BI dashboard or data visualization tool, it will cost something like maybe around $1,500, 1,500 Indian rupees. So I'm using a Power BI Pro version, and we'll be seeing this entire uh, uh, the work which I'm going to do on the fleet management dashboard, and that will be on the Power BI. So let us start now. So I have a data of a company which is actually a model maintenance, repair, and operating products company, and they are suppliers of they are actually working as a model integrators, maintenance, repair, operating products integrators. And they supply this maintenance parts, repair parts, and the products, operation products parts to maybe around 30 to 50 companies in in couple of cities. They're the integrators. So they actually collect the requirements from the particular customers who are the users of the parts, and they actually manage their inventory. They manage the inventory of those companies. So today we are going to discuss about the truck parts, the truck parts which we are managing, and so we will be covering up one of the area that is about the availability. So I would like to show you one of the dashboards which we have done before moving to the one of the visual which I have done for one of the function. Before moving to the next function, I just want to show this function so that we can actually we have some kind of connectivity. And then from this, once we look at this, then we'll move to the next one, which we are going to build live in front of you. Just have a patience, guys. It will take some time to load. Actually, I'm using the live on live. I think sometimes takes too much time to upload. So let us, by the time it uploads, we come back to this page again, and I will start working on the new visuals on a new function. Yes, please have patience. It's taking some time to load because of the streaming rate. Yes, so if you can see the files now, it is coded. So you can see one of the visuals here. So we have on the left hand side we have the filters, and this is the asset IDs. We have on the bottom we have filters which is locations. At bottom we have the fuel type, and here we have the So now suppose if I want to click, I want to understand what is the current status. Let me click save all. Okay, so now we are getting a full visibility of the. So I want to understand what is the current aging of the trucks. What is current average aging of the trucks, which are serving the location called FSR. Right. So if you look at here, there are uh, the, it's coming around 16.67. The average aging of the and this is 16.67 years. So the truck which are actually being serving for at the FSR location, right? So they have the average aging of 16.67 years, and the median aging is 17 years, and the maximum aging is 18 years. So what what they want to understand from here is that what they have to do. Suppose if you know the aging of the trucks, if you know the aging of the trucks, so you can actually plan the maintenance or plan your procurement of MRO parts. So by the aging, they can understand, they can actually gauge what kind of what kind of impact the trucks will actually have to their services, and what kind of parts and all they have to plan in advance in the store, so that they can actually be ready with the parts at the time of the requirement of the maintenance of those trucks. So they want to understand the aging of the truck. So this is one of the areas where this is one of the function where we are trying to understand the aging of the trucks. And there are, and if you look at here on the asset ID, these are the truck. These are all the trucks which we have, and these are the IDs of the trucks. There are 27 trucks over here. Right, so we are trying to understand the aging of these 27 trucks. So right now it is actually working behind the scenes to show the actual number of this particular truck. So they have it for each and every truck, which is TRM or something like this. They have codes. So click on that particular truck, special suppose if we have, you want to actually use truck for dispatch. You want to use a truck for dispatch, and you want to know whether the truck is, what is the average age of the truck, what is the aging of the truck, means how, when it was manufactured and how long it has been in use. So you can just click that particular truck number over here, and you get the visibility of that particular, of the aging of the truck on this particular screen. Right. This is how we can actually, understand the trucks. Of the asset, truck is an asset, which is truck is called an asset. So you want to be from that, you can actually plan you can do the planning for the MRO parts for the trucks. This is how is one of the visual having plan. Right? So what we'll do, we'll try to create one more, we'll try to develop one more visuals for another function live. So please bear with me because during live the streaming rates is very high. There's a lot of data is being consumed for the streaming. That's why we may see we may see delay in transmission or delay in uploads of the visual on the pages. So please bear with me. And guys, if you have any questions, please post your questions. Please do post your questions. We will definitely try to answer those questions. Or if you like it, please like it and share it so that your colleagues or your the people who matters to you, they can actually see this video, see this live, and display and just help you to connect this live stream. And it will generate a lot of it will generate your company and help you to because you generate some kind of ideas, some kind of questions which you can discuss among yourself, or you can discuss the question with us also. We'll be also helping you in actually. And if you're looking for any training program, or if you're looking for any consulting assignments to discuss with us, you can approach us. You can see our numbers which is already being displayed on the screen. So you're welcome to join us. So let me it's taking some time, but anyway, will have some questions which we will wait for this. Seems like this is this stuff. So what we will do is that we will try to open, we close it and we will do once again. Okay, guys. So I think we got something. So we are here. So now we are going to discuss about the fuel. The fuel is petrol or diesel. How much petrol and diesel we are actually issuing per day, right? So what I have done is that I have done some calculations over here. Suppose what I will do is I'll take a card from here. This is a card. I'll put this. I'll drag this card onto this window. So this is a function which we are going to discuss. That is called the availability utilization. So fuel transaction. So here we have a metric called average fuel. The average fuel. This is what we have created on the DAX. DAX is called data analysis expression of the Power BI language. So I'll just take this and put it to this particular box, and this shows me the 22.41 K, 22,100 liters of petrol is being issued by the warehouse to the users, to the trucks per day. 22,410 liters. 20,410 liters is what being issued until by date, they have issued 35.62 million liters of petrol, and the median liters, which is median issues, is almost 2009, 2030 liters of petrol being issued as median. So there's a big difference between the median and the average, and this is one of the reasons why, and this is because it is skewed, right? Because of skewness, we are getting this particular difference here. So I will, because of the skewness, I will prefer median as a better metric as compared to the average, right? If I want to know what is the daily petrol being issued by the warehouse to the trucks. So instead of going to the 410, I'll go with 2930 as the better metric. And if you want to know why there is skewness, I'll bring one more card here, and I will take this fuel issue. I'll put this over here, and I'll go to this particular value section. I'll choose standard deviation. So standard deviation is almost 6.79, 56,790. Right? This is a huge standard deviation. So the standard deviation is very, very high. So what it represents is that it's almost three times the average. Right? If I divide 56.79K to 22.41K, it gives me the standard deviation is three times the average. So this is a huge standard deviation. So that's why there is a huge skewness present in this particular, the estimate of average. So I will not trust average as an estimate. I'll go with median as an estimate because this particular standard deviation is clearly suggesting it is three times the average, and I will not be trusting average as the metric to understand what is my average fuel being issued to the trucks. So this is a wrong number. So I'll go with, if I have to choose one number among the average or the median, I will choose the median as the better metric because it is actually going to compensate bit of skewness. Okay. So now, so we have seen some of the metrics like what is the total fuel issued by this date, what is the average fuel issued by this date. Of course, average is not the right metric to compare because it is having plenty of skewness. Because when you compare the average with the standard deviation, it is clearly suggesting that average is three times the standard deviation. Standard deviation is three times the average. So I will not be following the average fuel issue because it's very clear it is skewed, and if we follow the skewed means either we will. The reason why you should not follow the skewness because if we have high skewness, so the average will be a wrong metric, and if you follow the average, it will actually either lead to the over stock or the under stocks. So if you follow the average, either will store more fuel than the required, and if or may we may actually follow the low stock than required. So in this case, we have a likelihood of getting overstock of fuel, and if we spend more money on the fuel and if it is not getting consumed, then it is going to create the opportunity cost. Means we should have spent that money somewhere else to get the returns. But since we have spent this money on the fuel and not getting consumed, means the returns which we are supposed to get from other items by spending on them, we are not going to achieve them, right? So there is actually a loss here. So, so there is chances of overstock means you're going to stock over fuel in your tanks, and and the consumption rate will be very less, very less, because the consumption rate will be around somewhere 3,000 liters, maybe 2,500 liters or 4,000 liters. But you're stocking you're buying the petrol or the fuel by estimating that you will be consuming 22,000 liters per day. So you will be spending money on the petrol, which is not going to get consumed at the rate we have estimated. So that money is getting blocked. And that money, if you would have spent some other place, you might have got some return from there, right? That is called the opportunity cost. Okay, so this is one of the things which we have to be very careful when we follow the average as an estimate. Now what I'll do is I will take I'll just build some of the metrics here. So let me take supplier, right? So what supplier will take. Let me. I'll go and do some transformation of the data. I'll click over here. I'll do some transformation because right now I want to understand what is the consumption by month or by year, right? So as of now, I have only dates. So I need to convert the dates into a month. Let me go to the transaction. This is the file which we are working. So we have one variable location. So we'll build consumption by location, one metric. We have another metric fuel type. We'll build another metric, another visual by fuel type. And we will convert this column last field, right, into I'll just convert this into month. So which month we have dispatched. So I think I have to redo this. So I'll just yes, I'll go add column here, and then here I'll convert this into month. So this will be a new column. It will not replace the current column, right? And same thing I will do is I'll convert this last field. I'll extract the year also. So what I'll do, I'll select these columns and I'll replace the errors from here because if we have errors, then it is not going to not going to allow us to build the visuals. So what I'll do, I will put 0 here. Okay. And finally, what I will do is so if again we'll go to add column, we'll select these two columns and I will merge them. I'll put hyphen as a separator. Right, so we got a merge column and I'll give a name, month, year. Now what I will do is since we have created this particular extra column, then save this. So we'll go close and apply. After close and apply, it will come back to this visualization screen. And after visualization screen, it will do the updates. It will complete the updates. This whatever queue we have entered into the file that has to get updated. So you can see here it is getting loaded. All the updates which we have done is getting loaded here. So Building is done, building is complete. Now we're coming back to the visualization screen, and then we're going to start building the visuals here. The first visual I select from here, this one, I place somewhere over here, and then I will use first is location. I choose location on the data field, right? And I will choose the median issue. I'll choose the issue quantity for issue into the value section, and I'll choose from here not this sum. I'll choose the median from here, and I'll go. Right now it is filtered from top to low, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it from location filter. Right. So this is what we have seen. If you click on this, it will show the median issued for this particular location is 19,830. The median issue for this location is 5,390 liters. The median issue of your fuel is for location MUT is 5,273. So I'll also show you a bit of just you have to slide up and down with your mouse, and you will be seeing all the locations value and locations bars. I will also show you how to do a bit of formatting. So this is go to y-axis, and I'm going to select here this bold. I'll make my values. So now if you can see here, so same thing. I'll go to the x-axis. Same thing I'll do here. I'll go to values here. Select here bold, and size. And then also what I will do is I'll go to general. I'll go to effects. I'll go to color. I'll choose some more. So this is what we are seeing visual, which is showing us the consumption of fuel by location. And we just go to just go and put the slicer on the bar. You'll get the numbers over here. Right? So what I'll do, I'll create one more visual here, and that is by I'll do a line chart. Okay, and I'll take my month. I'll take month here, and this is on the x-axis. Right, I'll take the issue quantity on the y-axis. I'll click on this chart, click format filter. I don't want to format again. So this will consume a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the this format filter. So what you see here, we have, again I have to do the plot axis by month year. So what I see here is, so I have to go to the issue quantity and make it not sum, but we'll go to median. Yeah. So this is the so what you see here, one there is a particular month of 8 August 2000. Go back to the format filter, then go to the x-axis, then let's reduce the size. Yeah, now we can see the value properly. So if you look at here, the August 2016, right? August 2016, 17, we have an outlier. We had a largest consumption, largest milk consumption. It was 156,944. And if you see the graph, we see almost the median consumption is almost same. Right, it's coming around 51,070 and 14,000. This is almost 50,000 and 18,000. So there is a one single year where we see that the consumption of median consumption of fuel is something very high. We have to know the reason with the business practitioners why there is a huge consumption in 2017. Is it because they got some they have used extra trucks, or is it because they got extra business volumes? But rest of the years almost look the same, and there's and this one is 2014. We have something again bit of high. In the second slide which we have built, right? Now what I will do is I will try to build another one, and this will be now the pie chart, and here we will use fuel type. The fuel type as our the details, we put the details, and we'll put our issue quantity issue into the values, and it is showing DL type almost 99.94%. Same thing, I'll click over here, format filter. What you can change your colors also. Okay, so this is the third video which we have built. Now we'll do the same thing. I'll build one more chart, and this will be by supplier. I'll use a bar chart here. I'll click over here. So supplier means I have to take a supplier from here and put it on the axis. I will put the issue quantities into the values. I have to go and do sorting based upon supplier. Right, I will take this format, put over here. It's not applied as also let me select this format and right. So now we have the fourth visual. Let me make it bigger. Let me align it. So this is showing the supplier. Now which supplier is giving us the highest, from which supplier we are getting the highest supply. So Oil Energy Private Limited, Sudan. Right? This is the second, and this is TriStar Transport. This is something like the suppliers were supplying the highest fuel. Now, if you want to understand, suppose you want to understand by one of the location, FSR. Right? For this FSR, the supplier will, again, this is the Oil Energy Private Limited Sudan, which is the highest, biggest supplier. And TriStar, the second is we have to know its name. So it doesn't master is not correct, that's why it is showing supplier. And third one is the TriStar. Right? This is one. And here, if you look at, there is a huge variance. Sometimes hot, sometimes down, sometimes up. The seasonality or cyclicality is there. Right? So we can also say some seasonality cyclicality is present in consumption. One, so one is high, second one is low, one is high, second one is low. Here is variability is present here. Right? And all the fuel type is real time. Fair size, another location G8. So the only supplier which is over here is TriStar. Again, there's the variations. So the another location GNA. Right? This is a bit stable here. And this number of suppliers are very, this is getting fuel from different suppliers. I'm trying to format this matrix. Right, so the four metrics we have developed. We have to develop some more metrics. We have to use some other functions like we have to use we have to build relationship between two files. So if it's select all, right? So we have to select all, and we are getting this particular dashboard. And I'm also going to format these two particular slices. So I go here and click on the formats, slice row, slice row, and then we will go general here, and we will use our effects, and we will use some color. So we will bigger. Okay, I'm going to take the format filter. I'm going to apply this filter for the below one. Same dimensions, precisely. So, right, this is one of the dashboard visuals to understand what is the average fuel consumed by time, by supplier, by issue, by supplier, right, by location, by vehicle type. So we can understand our consumption of fuel and purchase from our suppliers. Which supplier is giving, and we do spend management on the fuel also. We can control the spend. We can do spend management. We can do consumption consumption management. We can do forecasting. We can do simulation. We can do optimization. So many things we can do once we have the visuals clear to us. So what I will do now is I have to create some more visuals, and first of all I'll save this file. I don't want to lose this. Now what I'll do guys is I will try to connect between, I'll connect two files, trip details file and fuel time consumption file. And I want to understand my, mileage. What is the mileage my trucks are giving? So there are two different files. We don't have all the information in the fuel time, or not we do have all the information in the trip details. So we are getting the fuel information from the fuel tank file. We are getting the trip information from the trip details file, right? So what I have to do is I have to link those two files so that I can get the information from either of them. So for that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to this relationship icon, and from here I'm going to select manage relationships. I'm going to create a new relationship here. I'm going to select fuel time transaction. Right. From the bottom, I'm going to select trip details, and I have to link both the files with a common. So since the best thing is the trip number, the best thing is either trip number or truck number or the asset number. So let's say if you get asset ID or asset number from here on not, the first fuel tank. So here country, location, tank ID, description, fuel type, price, open stock, supplier. Okay. All these things are we're not getting the asset details. So what we're getting is tank ID. Can we get tank ID from at the bottom? We have asset ID over here, but we don't have asset ID in the fuel transaction. So let's see if we can get a tank ID or not. Right? We are not getting a tank ID at the bottom. We are also it's not there. Trip number is not there over here. So only thing which is common between them is the location. So I'm going to get many relationships, and the cross filter direction will be on both sides. Right? I'm going to click OK. So this relationship is created now. So after the relationship is done, we'll go back to the visualization. The next page, or we can also try to use one of the visuals over here. So let's try to use one of the visuals over here. I think while being live, the processing time, the streaming processing time is too high. So let us I think maybe a short, so I will not be able to bring more visuals. I wanted to actually bring some more visuals over here. So you got the mileage. I want to show you the mileage here. So the reason of integrating or building a relationship between the trip details and the fuel tank functions is to actually bring the mileage over here. And this is one of the very important functions for building relationships. In Excel, you use VLOOKUP, right? We use VLOOKUP and build a file between file with by transferring information from one file to another. So those kind of efforts we can actually reduce and save when we try to build relationships between two files. After between two files, of course, this is many to many relationship. Generally, it is always advisable to build one to many relationship or many to one relationship. But Power BI has evolved to a level where it is allowing us to build a relationship with two different functions or two different files on many to many basis, many to many relationship basis. So that is one of the things we have in Power BI. So right now it is stuck. So I don't want to waste the time, give the website some other time. We are doing the same thing some other time. So I'll stop sharing the screen and I'm very thankful for you guys very thankful to you guys that you have joined the live session over here. And if you have any questions or queries, you can connect with me. So my contact already available. That is apple.com. You can also WhatsApp me at +917 That's my contact detail. And if you have any consulting requirement or if you have any training requirement on supply chain analytics, you can connect with me on these details. Right. So let us connect with a new session, new live session on a new point, new topic very soon. I think we have a session on Tuesday, same time, on a different topic. Please do share your feedback, and if you like this video, please share it so that you can actually help other people also. Okay. Now, and I wish you good luck.